So these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So I've just got like a real mad channel, right? You know, where things just randomly come to you. And I thought, this is just sick. Again, just sickening. And it's quite scary. It's quite scary because someone has got hold of pictures, like identity, address of somebody else. So this could be an ex, it could be a friend, it could be an ex-lover, it could be someone who was courting or dating at one point. They've got a picture of a feminine. So it's a feminine who has done it, and a masculine in prison, right? So, you know, these like pen pals where people have been locked up in prison for a long time and they need like friends and stuff to have a bit of a conversation to, you know, the ones on the outside world and people to like give them that support, listen to them, you know, and have like a friendly relationship. Yeah, it's just not right. It's not right. It's not right. This reading is just not right. It's really not. Just had to get the door. I've got an order of like rabbit food. Yeah, rabbit food or candles. So I'm going to put a candle on actually because I'm going to return to sender. Right? It's just really quick now. So yeah. So a lot of people get locked up for a long time. Again, they need like some sort of pen pal, right? So they'll advertise or something surrounding an advertisement. What I was getting is it could quite possibly be a friend of this feminine's where she's pretending to be this feminine and release this feminine's address. I don't know why I feel like I could bark again. Right? So she's pretending to be this feminine. And it releases feminine's address. Not giving a damn. I'm talking about, you know, when you get out, I want to meet up with you and stuff like that. So it's not just a friend, it's one of them friends like with like some sort of romantic loving connection, right? But the actual feminine, the real feminine, does not actually know about it. She ain't got a clue. So basically, there's some masculine locked up in prison, quite possibly for a murder or murders. And then this feminine, free. This is a feminine who could be doing it. It could be masculine. Who's using this identity and forming some sort of a bond, a relationship under someone else's identity, releasing that person's address and letting that person know, you know, and then sending a letter. Wow, it could be under a different name though, so they could be using this, she could have been using this picture, right? Again, it can go both sides because it will happen like where masculines could do something like that and pose to be like a different gender and message someone inside of the prison. So that's what there's done, is there's messaged someone inside of the prison, but the real person doesn't know nothing about it. So he's getting that someone who's gone down for like a murder or murders, 444, and then use a feminine's photos, even attach some photos. So they've either got these photos off social media and posed to be that person, or it could be someone who was a friend where they've shared some pictures on Snapchat, you know. It could be a masculine. It could be a masculine 10 of cups from family, Two of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, who works at an extremely low vibration, right? Eight of Swords and Devil Capricorn energy. Nine of Swords, guilty. Guilty. Someone who's really devilish. Committed. Falls a bit too possessive. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. Justice, yeah. So someone's locked up in the justice system, right? Hanged Man in reverse, and the Lover's in reverse. So it could be linking to a friend or an ex. Could be linking to an Aquarius. Yeah, who's just getting really devilish, really toxic, guilty. Guilty. Four of Pentacles, Hermit Vega. So there could actually be some sort of undercover investigator investigating this, right? Because maybe an undercover investigator got wind of somebody releasing that address, and maybe an undercover investigator thought this is not the real person. So someone inside of prison has got some sort of wants some sort of control. Could know somebody on the outside and could be like, yeah, I'm messaging so-and-so, can you watch her for me? Because we're messaging each other and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, Knight of Cups. Ah, no. Yeah, Empress. No way. So they've done this to a mother, a single mother. I is getting a single mother. Knight of Cups. The Moon card and the Nine of Pentacles. And they wanted to see if she was actually still single or not cheating or something like this. Wow. Persistent in loving, Three of Cups, a friend, Nine of Wands, paranoid, friends with our third party, King of Swords in reverse, Ace of Cups, Three of Wands, expanding in love. There could be a King of Pentacles, Hierophant, right? Nine of Wands in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, Nine of Wands in the upright, sorry. And Three of Cups, friends, third party, celebrating, news, surrounding. Someone walking away and not wanting to lay down with an ex anymore. So, persistently, they was invested in trying to create illusions. The World card in reverse, Temperance, Sagittarius, Six of Pentacles, then the Sun card in reverse, and Page of Cups. Could be linking to drugs trafficking. Sagittarius, the Sun card. Nine of Wands, playing games, Three of Cups, friends, news. She's not laying down with anybody, is she? She's not committing to anybody else. Something to do with a job. Four of Wands, and lying. Ten of Swords in reverse. They wanted to end, yet Page of Swords. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Battling. overseas. King of Swords in reverse. Nine of Wands paranoid, joining with some sort of third party. Playing mind games. King of Swords in reverse is paranoid persistently. Because he's a liar. Queen of Cups in reverse, soulless. She's mentally unstable, but she don't want it to be illuminated to kids. It's something to do with, right? People who's got their own, like, mental health, whatever. Everyone struggles with their own mental health, right? But someone's supposed to be this empress. Could be undercover investigator. Right? They wanted to see if Feminine was single. Like, she said she was single. But there's making out like she was in a relationship with someone who was in prison. Three of Cups in reverse. Passionless. Battle with children. Queen of Cups in reverse. Soulless, persistently. Was collaborating. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Swords. To do some sort of hexing or cursing. I didn't want it to be illuminated, surrounding some sort of drugs trafficking, battling, drugs trafficking. Battling some sort of drugs trafficking. So someone could have got put in prison for murder and then like drugs or something. Gemini, Pisces. Could be Gemini. Some way, shape or form, someone's been messaging someone inside of the prison who's locked up for murder or drugs trafficking, a gang affiliation. So then pretending supposed to be somebody else, to be this empress and have a romantic connection. It could be a Capricorn, Libra, Virgo, Taurus, who's locked up. So obviously they was feeling real powerful and courageous, and like they could have like got out of depression. They could have changed and got out of depression, and they could have made out like Six of Swords and Ace of Wands. When they get out, will sail away together and have like a house. Lying there, they're lying. King of Wands in reverse, lying. When you get out, we'll sail away into calmer waters. Someone's done death magic. Then they started hunting this person down. So there's done some sort of death magic. It could be death magic. Some sort of death magic. Could be someone working in the prison. Death magic, death spells, death rituals. They could have done death magic, death spells, and death rituals. Strength card in reverse. To try and weaken this Empress, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands, because they was investing. He's seeing someone's like investing, so he's seeing how this Empress is having some sort of a love relationship. So it's not just pretending to be a pen pal. Quite a few people are stealing this Empress's identity and then watching this Empress and using magic persistently with the Magician card and the Knight of Pentacles, persistently using magic, Five of Swords, enemies to bring conflict. They was collaborating together, Temperance in reverse, to do some demon magic. And they didn't want it to expand, they just wanted Empress to be depressed. So there was changing some sort of weed. So Empress could have been smoking weed, right? They could have been lying about it. They changed the weed to bring death. Empress could have been smoking weed, and they could have changed the weed to bring death. Something surrounding changing weed. So Empress could have smoked weed. She could have been on some sort of dating websites, romance, yeah. But with this devil Capricorn, the devil's a liar. The devil's a liar. Something surrounding drug trafficking. So this is like a lot. So someone used Empress's identity. Someone was doing some sort of black magic, competition magic, drama magic, conflict magic, probably chaos magic. Something surrounding changing the weed and giving some dodgy weed. Someone's in prison and the person to be a pen pal. And they're trying to manifest. Fool. Seven of Cups in reverse. Nine of Wands. Then we've got the Strength card in reverse. Manifest off a Fool's energy. So could be trying to manifest off Empress's energy, death, and Ace of Swords, lying, King of Wands, surrounding a death as well. So King of Wands, some sort of death hex or murder attempt, spying, taking information, following in cars, dreaming, surrounding, being seen as king of the castle in some sort of drug gang. Drug trafficking. Then there's something surrounding messaging child or children to get messaging child or children surrounding getting your mother mad deliberately. Get your mum mad, get her angry. Yeah. So there's a lot of people surrounding this Empress playing a lot of mind games. There's people stealing this Empress's identity. Then there's people posing to be this Empress and romanticising this Empress. Someone who could already be locked up in prison or going to prison or trying to get Empress locked up in prison. Because that's what they're passionate about. Five of Cups, loss. Then we've got the Magician card. So they've been doing depression magic. They've been doing depression magic. They've switched up some sort of weed supplier. They've done depression magic. Temperance in reverse. They've done demon magic. Then they've took some information off like the use of those of creating illusions. Nine of Wands. Saying paranoid. Oh, she's just paranoid. Don't listen to her. She's just paranoid. Nah. And then I was getting something to do with like a proper predator who's locked up in prison, where they're supposed to be this Empress. Nine of Cups, and she's dreaming of when he gets out having this leap of faith. Or he is, or they're saying that she's dreaming. Two of Wands would be powerful and courageous to be able to expand. Then we've got Cancer, right? Who's also been lying, malicious gossip, and wanted to group on up and have a passionate new beginning and committed to hunting, wishing ill will. Queen of Wands, seducing people with lies. Nine of Wands, paranoid. They're all about the money. So it could be also to do with Empress is in the middle of a lot of fraud, theft, robbery, people using black magic, using this Empress hair ID and using her as a scapegoat and doing a lot of black magic. Three of Wands collaborating together. Ten of Swords, Judgment. King of Wands in reverse. Swords. So Death card in reverse. Wow. And Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Sun Cancer could be a Leo who was taking some sort of gifts. Wanted a car. Cancer. Three of Swords. Heartbreak. Lacking a heart. Lacking that perseverance. Pisces. A dark Pisces. Queen of Swords in reverse. No love. And something to do with child abuse, child sexual abuse. Spell. Wow, child abuse spell. Wow, so they've even done a child abuse spell. Seven of Cups. So they've used Empress's ID, posed to be this Empress, probably wanted to steal this Empress's financial stability, right? Used money to do black magic, depression magic, demon magic, and family from past or childhood friends from past who wanted that destiny and wanted to flip that full world upside down. Someone was investing in like changing the weed, yeah. They was committed to an Aquarius who was passionate about being in a gang and starting malicious gossip. We've got Aries who loves hunting, wishing ill will, and the sailing away. So basically, we've got people following in cars for all different reasons. We've got people following Empress in cars for all different reasons. One surrounding child sexual abuse, one doing some sort of child abuse spell, one doing depression magic, demon magic, quite possibly sacrificing, then wanting supposed to be this Empress online. Something surrounding changing the weed supply, yeah. Leo, switching it up, switching weed up. Someone's giving malicious gossip, switching the weed up, and something surrounding poisoning drinks. So poisoning drinks, poisoning weed, switching weed up, depression magic, demon magic, binding spells, messaging someone in a prison who's gang affiliated and posing to be this Empress. To say that this Empress really loves them. Stuff. Which sounds like, it just sounds really familiar. Ten of Cups, some family who wants to be seen as victorious, changing some sort of Tower in reverse, Eight of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. Committed to coming out of poverty. Spy on messages. To see karmic lover, karmic ex involved. Four of Swords. And it's like a Pisces, like lack of a heart. A Cancer, a lot of underhanded behaviour. A Leo also. So it could be a lot of different family members who's stealing someone else's identity, someone else's life, posing to be somebody else online. They could be, yeah, posing. Oh, wow. So not just messaging someone in prison who's gang affiliated. Someone could have got locked up in prison. So basically, they could have said about Empress getting someone locked up in prison, and then they're mad and angry. So because someone's been locked up in prison, they could be mad and angry at this Empress. Then posing to be this Empress to message someone in prison, a pen pal, and then posing to be this empress on social media to start arguments with people under empress's name. So we've got a lot of people who's stealing one person's identity and posing to be that person, and then someone using some sort of death magic on this empress. Four of Wands, sending it towards her. You can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Ten of Swords, Four of Pentacles, Hermit Virgo. So this could be a Virgo masculine or feminine who was collaborating and wanted to be seen as all powerful and courageous. So this could be a false fake twin. This could be a dating website. Someone could be posing to be someone on a dating website. Someone could be watching feminine on a dating website. Either a Virgo stealing identity, or Virgo's lying, or this could be undercover police, or feminine could be Virgo, or a Sagittarius, or any of the star signs what was mentioned. So this just seems to be getting like just really messy. So there's a lot of messiness. And then they're sending black magic towards a house, demon magic, depression magic, and death magic. And someone's feeling really guilty. Four of Wands, it's a fake false twin, or someone who does not live inside of that home as well. So we've got a King of Swords in reverse, who could be a fake false twin. King of Wands in reverse, who wants to be seen as ruthless. Yeah, committed to taking some sort of gifts, battling to take some sort of like work or profits. Battling to take profits, Ten of Swords, some sort of news, yeah, to family, surrounding a Pisces, a dark Pisces, Four of Swords, and a murder attempt. Aquarius. Ace of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups, possession. Spy. Gang, someone who's trying to spy. Someone who's like a spy who's kind of like been watching everything go down. Could be sending spy or spies. Someone posing to be Empress online. '28. Three of Swords, which has ended up in heartbreak. So we've got Queen of Cups. They could be doing this to a water sign feminine. Death card in reverse and Judgment. Lack. Seven of Swords. Star. Pisces. No awareness. Dark Pisces. No awareness. No divine protection. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Wands in reverse. Strength card. So a Leo again could be trying to do some mental magic. And the King of Wands in reverse, mental magic with the Queen of Swords who's been spying with this King of Cups. Families from family. They're literally wanting to take some sort of knowledge, battling for someone else's like business ideas, identity, battling for someone else's forward movement. Chariot, and holding back on some sort of messages surrounding victory because they want to change. They want this passionate new beginning and a leap of faith to that Ace of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles. No way. And there's some sort of karmic ex or karmic lovers who's investing in, they don't want to lose their financial stability because they're in the weed business and they don't want to go down. So they was romanticizing committed to a Queen of Pentacles in reverse and a King of Swords in reverse, something to do with wanting to be seen as some sort of mafia as well. So it's like surrounding this Empress, there's a lot of identity theft, fraud, robbery, stalking, lack of forward movement in their own life. So when they see someone else moving forward, they want to keep holding someone back. So because of all this underhanded behaviour and trying to possess someone else's abundance, temperance, the Sun card, strength, yeah, High Priestess, they're all investing, trying to get someone else locked up to stop them going to prison. Like literally online as well. Online as well, they're posing to be somebody else. Like online, they're posing to be someone else. So that's messaging someone in the prison. That could be a drug dealer, could be someone who's gang affiliated, could be a crack dealer who's got locked up. Empress could have got the blame for that. Then pretending to be this Empress, messaging someone and being a pen pal, but posing to be this Empress. Aries, could be Aries doing it. And they're persistently trying to create illusions because what they want is to take someone else's financial stability. So it could be linking to some sort of bank fraud. We've got Taurus, Aries, someone else's independent business, persistently. Yeah, and monetizing. They're all about just monetizing off people. Monetizing. So someone inside of the prison could be linked to some sort of bank fraud and know how to steal identity. And yeah, it's a sword, steal identity. So they've linked to someone who's already on the inside who knows how to steal identities, and they got away with it for years. So they thought, oh, we'll message someone who knows about how to steal identity in prison, so then how we can get away with it. And something's just not right. There's a lot of just like not right energy. There's a lot of not right. Then they try to bring despair. Bring despair to child or children deliberately. They deliberately try to bring despair. And they've been paying people to keep stealing and monetizing off this Empress, stealing any sudden wealth, stealing everything off this Empress. They all get rich. They leave her with nothing. Yeah. Someone could be posing to be a high priestess. Yeah. And have the gift from God, but they've not. So someone's posing to be a high priestess. Someone's just getting on theft, fraud, robbery, and messaging someone who's locked up, expecting to get away with theft and shit. But we've got changing mail. So changing the address, so quite possibly sending pictures of this Empress by hacking a phone or messaging from some sort of dating website. Someone could be locked up for murder, attempted murder. High on it in reverse, child. And then lovers. So someone know where to cover up this theft. They could have been messaging a pedo or something in prison. No fucking way. Oh, Jesus. So basically they could have posed to be this Empress. Message someone in prison who's actually a paedophile or a child killer or something like that. Release this Empress's address. Wow. A charman who was ill, who was paying to steal some sort of gift. From abroad, despair, trying to put Empress in prison in any way, shape or form. Official person in despair, because they tried to make someone deliberately ill. Just so they can come out of poverty. Could be linking to drugs trafficking and changing some sort of weed or something. Because I was getting something surrounding changing weed. And then they could have like posed to be this Empress and redirected mail to someone who works in the justice system. There's something surrounding taking great fortune, a house, and splitting it amongst themselves. Taking child or children, and then label this Empress as immature woman. So it's like a lot of robbery and theft all up against one person and selling one person's details, identity. Working on doing a voodoo doll, so we've got Papa Legbar. Working with someone who works with Papa Legbar to do a voodoo doll. And who do all on one person. And there could actually be lovers involved and people who's like in family, like a couple, lovers, courting, dating, wanting to avoid prison for theft and maybe armed robbery. Could be armed robbery. Could be armed robbery. A lot of black magic as well, so all surrounding one person where it's a lot of identity theft. An immature man's journey was just to steal that identity in prison and lovers. Pathway. Him and his partner, so it could actually be a father figure or someone who works in a prison who got in on stealing identity or stealing some sort of mail or wanting to steal a house as well. So they're all ill because there's all about the money as well. Putting work behind closed doors to message someone who's in prison and under a fake identity and love and romanticize, maybe on an older masculine as well. So they could have used feminine's identity to romanticize on lots of different men inside of prison and do catfishing. Could be an official person who is involved from family, who was thinking about going abroad, be taking some sort of sudden wealth as well. Wow. Main female in reverse, concerned in reverse, mature man in reverse, concerned, like in reverse. They're not the official person. So theft of identity, theft of money, theft of this, maybe even grand theft daughter, theft of like identity and then selling weed or something like that, then changing the weed to like putting some chemicals in the weed to try and stop it all coming on out. Weed trafficking, drug trafficking. And to cover up all this theft, there's been an attempted murder. Oh wow, so there's all and distant horizons going to the judge. It's getting pulled up at this court. It's linking to a family and they're all going to prison. They're all going to prison. There could be evidence. We've got high on it in reverse. They're high on it in reverse. Something to do with a voodoo doll. Something to do with a voodoo doll. For testing. So they could have known about poisoning this weed. Someone could have known about poisoning weed and all this. And they've just sat back and like literally watched it go down because they wanted to come out of poverty. And they wanted a pathway to actually have some sort of unexpected income and occupation. Was acting really unconcerned. About labelling feminine as immature. For speaking out about an attempted murder on air. Official person, distant horizons, going there, saying about a gift, journey. Literally. That's just exhausting. It's trying to stop a court shit because they keep stealing everything. They're high on it in reverse. Family. Families all going to prison. So families involved and friends are involved in stealing identity, trying to change the weed up, sneaking around spying, battling against High Priestess. She's got gift. Could be claiming to be a High Priestess. Could be doing like claiming to be High Priestess, claiming to always have been a High Priestess, getting messages from like divine orders, and then doing fake readings online under someone else's identity. So there's a lot of people who's posing to be one person and doing a load of major crimes, which could actually get someone actually murdered. Could actually get someone murdered for speaking the truth as well. We've got main female who's a false person taking gift community, right? She's pretending to be High Priestess, so she's taking gifts and stuff, pretending to be a High Priestess. She's ill. She's ill. She's in despair. She's never worked. So she's like literally got a house of her and took some sort of inheritance. She's never worked and used her High Priestess skills. But they wanted to work against, to change some sort of weed, acting all fake and false. Working against mature women and weren't expecting for it all to come out because they wanted to spend some stolen money on drug trafficking as well. And then did a voodoo doll. It could be linking to Masons, a dirty, low vibrational Mason. Who does voodoo? So there's something to do with a voodoo doll as well. Wow. Yeah. That's had me out. Looks like I feel like I could just like sleep for about an hour. So sending peace, love and light. Someone's just in the middle of a lot of people stealing identities, posing to be that person, trying to get that person in trouble, starting fights and arguments, using black magic, doing hoodoo and voodoo, trying to literally try to sacrifice somebody, use someone as a human sacrifice, and then all just sit there like they've never done nothing wrong at all. To me.